Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts back once again, another reaction for you guys. Today, guys, of course, we're checking out the newest episode of Superman and Lois. This is season 1, episode 7 of the show, Man of Steel. I love this title, and I was looking this up. This is directed by David Ramsey, because I'm like, is this his episode? Because, like, I had heard he had directed, I think, episode 6 or 7, and he didn't direct last week's episode when the show finally came back. So now we have it, David Ramsey, Diggle from Arrow, his episode of Superman and Lois, and I'm pretty excited to check it out and see what he does, because this show is so fucking good, and what's helping the show, besides, of course, the amazing writing and these amazing characters and what they're really doing with this story, I'm just really enjoying the journey so far, it's really interesting, is the fact that they have a higher budget because of the co-production type thing with HBO Max. HBO Max is helping them out, because this is going to HBO Max, and it's going to be, you know, a big show for them, because they've already promoted the show when it was on break or whatever for those first 5 episodes, so that's really, really good. I'm so happy the show's back. I hated that long-ass break. I like the fact that we're really focusing a lot on Jordan and his abilities and him losing control at times. I mean, he literally shot his freaking, his, like, lasers from his eyes, his heat vision into Clark's hands on the football field because he couldn't hold it in any longer. He got attacked by all those different guys on the field. He had to let it out. And the episode ended with him being taken to the Fortress of Solitude. So something's wrong. Something is majorly wrong. And someone had mentioned that they think that when Clark was, like, looking into his mind, because he does, like, an x-ray thing of Jordan's head or whatever, his face, just whatever, and you see something going on. He's like, I think he's about to explode, or something's about to happen where he might not survive this. So he has to go to the Fortress of Solitude. So that's very, very, very interesting. We also got the fact that they, Luther and, what if it was Lena? Why was it Lena? That's super cool. Lois, wow. Like, it's early as fuck in the morning right now. Jesus Christ. They go into the mines. They get their way in there, and they find this kryptonite. I think it's called X-kryptonite or something. They find this kryptonite. And then, of course, you know, Bodyguard over here, who we're waiting for the reveal. She was like, well, you won't be able to tell the story. And then Lois figures out, oh, I know who that is. I know exactly who that is. So I was right. Morgan Edge is a bad person because he has some sort of Kryptonian type person working with him. So some shit's going down. It was a crazy episode. And of course, we had the return of, I mean, he was in the end of episode 5, but he showed up. I forget his name, Tag or something. I think that was his name. I'm bad with names. Don't fucking kill me. God damn it. But he goes after Jordan in the episode 5, and then in this episode, he's like trying to figure out what the hell's going on with him. He's like, I blame you, Jordan. I know something. You did something. And then, of course, Jordan also broke Jonathan's hand. Now, Jonathan, that was his fault because he actually stopped Jordan's punch, but still, I mean, if he wouldn't have, Jordan probably would have killed that guy. Probably, because he was heading for the face or something like that. So that guy would have died by Jordan's punch. But yeah, so really enjoying the show. It's kicking ass. I can't wait to get into this episode. Here we go, guys. Episode 7 of the show, Superman and Lois. Let's go. Whoa.
His auditory perception is causing an allodynic response. Until he can control what he hears, every sound will be accompanied by pain. They have to help him.
My God. That was a lot. So that's the way to focus, boy. I'm talking to you.
It's no way to tell if someone already has powers. Not really.
Heat vision.
But we do know that Leslie Lar has powers, so
Yep.
it's safe to assume that other people do too.
Who's this?
The real Marcus Bridgewater.
So the guy from the mines.
Like,
Oh, well, okay. She's doing her research.
I think they can handle this.
I still think that we need to know more about what we're dealing with, and then we can discuss it.
Good point, because you don't want to tell them all this stuff. Like, oh, but we don't know everything, so.
Between him, Lane, and Superman, how are we supposed to get to the X-kryptonite out of the mines?
We can use that to our advantage.
You can do this.
One sound.
I know.
One
You
sound.
have to work through it.
You could do it.
Okay.
It's good to be back, sir.
It's good to be back.
Perhaps you'll consider that next time before crushing me to smithereens.
Lois Lane.
Hello, guy who is not Marcus Bridgewater.
Right to the point. I love you, Lois. Oh. Okay. Yes.
Thanks a lot, Mom and Dad.
Oh.
Don't be tardy just because you two can't stop being
Oh, shit.
Why isn't Jordan at school today?
Don't worry about it.
He's not.
He's
He's
just
not feeling well.
hearing problems.
Right.
Hey, absolutely.
Great. I'll go first. You've been lying to me ever since we first met.
You're wrong about that.
What?
Obviously not the name part, but
Yeah, that. Well, you know.
everything else.
How was your conversation with Lois Lane?
Oh. Oh shit. Nothing.
Captain Luthor?
Telling you who I am will only confuse.
Edge is about to send a shipment out. Do you think it's ex-kryptonite?
Yes.
Only one way to find
Yes.
out. Thanks,
Test.
boss.
Test. It's test.
That's her husband.
Is he a threat?
No.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is important.
Development of the mines.
Could he actually be Lex Luthor?
I don't know, but with everything we know about the multiverse now, I'd say anything's possible.
Hey, multiverse.
He's related to Lex somehow?
What
Oh
is it?
shit.
Definitely starting to think your new friend is a Luthor.
Oh shit. Oh wow. Okay, I was like, are you throwing it at them?
Tell us what you know.
She's listening.
I'll see you around, new guy.
Oh. Okay. He's just home by himself. He might do this on his own. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh no.
If Edge is using ex-kryptonite to build an army, why would he send such a small shipment?
Probably wanted to see him come for it.
A test.
He knows. Kryptonians want you to think that they're indestructible. They're not. They have a weakness, and as a rock
Oh my
on another
gosh.
planet called kryptonite.
Oh!
Find it.
Do you trust him?
Superman.
With my life. I love you, boss.
Oh shit! That shot. Oh shit. The suit.
What were you talking to Sarah about earlier? What are you spying on me?
Yeah, he did a little.
Wow, I have had your back every time. Someone has called you dumb or weird or stupid.
I'm here. Oh boy.
Why are we really here?
Exactly. Why?
Because the world's about to be destroyed unless I save it.
Hmm.
And who will it be? His name's not Luthor. It's John Henry Iron.
What?
I need your car.
What?
You're not the man to see it. I am.
Oh shit. Holy fuck. God damn. Holy fuck. This is bad. This is bad, bad, bad.
Jordan, please focus, please.
You're wrong about me.
That way, that way, that way, that way.
This is crazy. This is crazy. Oh my gosh.
I made a promise to kill you once. I wasn't able to keep that promise on my earth,
My Earth.
but I will here.
Holy shit. Damn.
I'm going in first.
I got the job. Morgan Edge called me himself.
Oh, boy.
Tomorrow.
Oh boy.
The ex-kryptonite just arrived at the facility. Everything's ready to move forward.
So your plan worked.
Even better than I anticipated.
Lucky you.
You might have died tonight.
I got lucky. Jordan's hair and clicked when it did.
With
Yeah.
everything this family is facing, we can't rely on luck.
I wanted to go back to normal so bad.
There's no normal after this. There's no. No.
Jordan, I mean, look, this is what we've been preparing for. A one chance to end it.
Mm. Mm. I want to know. And they're not going to show anymore, I bet. John Henry Irons. Oh my gosh. I did not see that coming at all. Wow. Okay. There's a lot of things to talk about in this episode. Jesus. First of all, David Ramsey, round of applause. You did a phenomenal job directing this episode. It was so well done. Just the shots and everything, and just following the action. It was really, really good. And my God. Okay, so let's talk about the reveal and everything that ties into it. So, well, leading up to this, they have thrown everything at us to make us believe this is another Luthor from another Earth. And then they threw in that wrench, that whole big what the fuck moment with an evil Superman from his Earth, implying this may be a good Lex or a good Luthor or whatever, and that he's on this other Earth, and he is under the assumption that our Superman, Clark, is going to turn as well. So they've been really building this up a lot. And they were doing it a lot more in this episode. And it didn't feel that it was forced, that they're over and over and over, Luthor, Captain Luthor, blah, 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 all this stuff, right? Because it felt like all the other episodes have been doing that. Been telling us it's Luthor, been hinting and revealing it is Luthor, and it's not. Such a good reveal. So, in the flashbacks on the other Earth, he's married to Lois, and she's married to John Henry Irons on that Earth. It wasn't Luthor at all. It wasn't a Luthor or whatever. They have a daughter. Oh my gosh. They have a daughter. And then there's some destruction going on. Superman floating down nearby, and a bunch of other looking Supermen or I think it was all other Supermen or something. Other Kryptonians or something going on there. And I'm guessing that's the hinting of the other candidates that Morgan Edge is trying to do now with this ex-Kryptonite, with this, trying to build more Kryptonians essentially, or, an army of them. And maybe that's implying on that Earth that happened too. We had Clark Kent. We had the Superman being evil. We also had these other ones that were evil as well, that destroyed everything and was going crazy. So then we flash a little forward into Lois Lane out there revealing Kryptonite can take down Superman. And John was saying how I told her not to do this. And then Superman is floating and kills her. Brutal. Because episodes ago, when they first revealed evil Superman from his Earth, from Luthor's Earth, John's Earth, I was thinking, okay, so what causes him to go evil? What is it? What's the turning point? And I was thinking Lois Lane's death. No, completely wrong. Because, in fact, he kills her, and he's already evil. But that's an easy assumption to jump to, is that Lois's death caused Superman to turn and go crazy. But I don't know if that would actually truly happen. I mean, in the comics, of course, and in this case, we thought that's what was happening here. Or something on the level of that, caused him to turn. No, he kills Lois. He kills her. So it ends with him being locked up, and he tells his daughter he'll be right back, and he has her, I forget what it's called. It's like I don't know. I forget what they're called. My wife has a lot of them, those little hair ties, whatever. He still has it on, and he says, I'll be right back, I promise. And it keeps echoing and implying he never comes back. And I'm wondering if it's because she dies and he could never actually come back to her, or it's because something happens. Because I want to know how he got to this Earth. I mean, it says crisis. So maybe the whole implication is that his Earth was destroyed due to crisis, and so he can never return. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe. So other bits of this episode. So in tying with the reveal of John, the fight between him and Superman was awesome. It was so good. Now, unfortunately, it was Superman getting his ass handed to him because he wasn't prepared for this. Because, of course, we had the red sun type thing or whatever with all the lights. So I'm like, he's working on a lot of lights, and now we know why. And then, of course, the hammer was so good, and then he beat the shit out of him. Now, it's a good fight in the sense of that it shows that John was prepared. It wasn't like he came in and he got his ass handed to him. But seeing that hammer being used was freaking amazing. I'm just waiting for hopefully when things can be on, they can be on the same side. I don't know. It's gonna take a lot of convincing because for him, he watched Superman on his Earth murder his wife and basically turn on everybody. So yeah, it's gonna take a lot of convincing for him to not go after Clark anymore. You know what I'm saying? And then having Jonathan driving the car while Jordan is trying to focus on the sound, and finally they ram the truck into freaking Sean. He holds the hammer and he flies back. That was such a good moment. That was so good. So in tying with that to Jordan, I like how it's still weird saying that because that's my name and there's the character named Jordan. So yeah. So they reveal, which I think there might have been a theory about this out there. I'm not really sure. I think I might have saw it somewhere where someone was mentioning how they think his hearing's coming in, and they confirm right away in this episode, which that shot of him coming in holding his son Superman flying in the Fortress of Solitude and that slow-mo, that was so cool. So the hearing, it is indeed the hearing that's coming in, and he is having major issues. He can't focus on one thing. He has these canceling sound canceling headphones or whatever they're called. They're like specific types of headphones, but noise canceling. So he tries to take them off several times throughout the whole episode. He's trying to focus on something. He just can't. It's so much. It's too much. And I think I noticed too with the sound effects of it, they were like, as he takes the headphones off, the sound is a wall of sound, but then it gets louder and louder until he puts the headphones back on. Like he can't handle it. So he finally focuses, and he overhears his brother talking to his not girlfriend, as they have said in this episode. And he's like, were you talking to her? What were you saying? It's like, Jordan, calm down, man. It's not even your girlfriend. Your friend, I get it, but Jonathan's not moving in on her. No, because we hint at some other random girl, right? But I'm glad that Jordan started to focus and was able to actually pick out Dad screaming, like, oh, fuck, I'm dying. He didn't say that, but you get my point. And so they drive the truck, go crazy. And I like how that Lois and Clark are finally telling the sons what's going on. Because at least Jordan needs to know. Because I'm not saying he'll be needed in a fight, but he might. Because literally, we have a program being set up by Morgan Edge. And he calls the last person and says, yeah, you got the job. But we have 5 candidates to take this over. And I feel the woman we got introduced to in this episode who was begging for the job, I have a feeling she will pass and will not be rejecting any of the whatever this thing is that they turn them into a version of a Kryptonian or whatever. So I feel like she's going to not die from this. I feel like the other 4 who we didn't meet are not going to make it. I'm just assuming. I don't know. But yeah, I'm assuming that she will, because we have a little bit of a connection with her because she was really begging for this job, or maybe it's going to be more brutal for them to find out what exactly is going on and what this whole 5 people were needed for. And because he's like, oh yeah, 5 to start, but room to grow. You know, it's like, yeah, we need more people to test on. Because he's only had one successful story, Morgan Edge, in terms of turning someone into a version of a Kryptonian. So we have a lot going on here. A lot going on in terms of John, the big reveal there, and then of course we have Kryptonite, and then of course we had John stopping that storage, or that container that had it, or whatever they were taking to kind of see who's going to stop it. But yeah. And I am kind of glad that John doesn't know Clark and Superman are one and the same, because I feel like that would be too easy, because then he would know, oh, okay, Lois's husband on this Earth is also Superman. So for him, he still is under this impression that there's two separate people, and I'm glad that they're kind of keeping with that. But eventually, I think he's going to figure it out, I think. But overall, this show is so good. It's so good. I can't get enough of this show. Man. It keeps delivering. You know what I'm saying? It keeps delivering great moments. And that shot of Jonathan using the hammer to freaking knock out the lights was cool too. I'm hoping Jonathan has powers. I don't know. I'm just hoping. I'm just kind of hoping they both do, you know. But like I was saying, I'm glad that Lois and Clark and Lois, they're telling their sons what's going on and not keeping them in the dark. Because I feel like they need to know. You know what I'm saying? You know, I think that's important. That's important. They're like, what was it that guy? What was with him? Well, yeah. And I'm wondering if we're going to see a flashback to the other Earth of John taking on their Superman, on his Earth. Or I really hope they do, at least to kind of talk, because he's gonna go in and talk to him. So apparently the next episode, he's going to go in and talk to him. So I want to know if we're going to see flashbacks to all that shit, because I want to see that shit. So what did you guys think of this episode, Superman and Lois? I think it kicked major ass. It's so fucking good. But whatever thoughts you have, guys, I'm curious to know your thoughts. Let me know in the comment section below, guys. I can't wait for next week's episode. I want it now. I want it now so bad. Talk to you guys soon. Peace out.